I'm going to wait until everybody gets in here. Hello, guys. We're going to wait for a few more people to get in, and then we'll start chatting. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey, Joel. Nice to see you. Hey. Can you guys hear me so far? So good? Good morning. Nice to see you guys. Freaking tired. I'm here like hours early because Marissa had to jump on a flight to head to Texas, and her flight is like hours earlier than mine. So I'm just sitting here like nobody's even behind me because it's hours before a freaking plane gets here. Good morning. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. Don't forget to hit the like button as you're coming in. Okay, good. Don't forget to hit that like button. I see more people coming in. Usually I do my intro, but since I'm here and there's other people around, I chose not to do the intro this morning. Man, do you want me to go somewhere else? No, you're good. If you don't, if what I'm doing doesn't bother you, you're good. No, nobody disrupts me. There's one person. There's one other person here as early as me. So no, you never. Nobody disrupts me. I'm in my zone. I'm good as long as I'm not disrupting you. Good morning. Good morning. So what did you guys think of that? That was freaking insane yesterday, right? The furniture store. Like I've got that stuff on here. Like this lady was freaking a loony bin, and now she's having a problem. She tells Marissa she doesn't even care about her job, and decides to go off on her. And now she's crying. She's crying a river, right? She's like, oh shit! Like these people were legit. That was insane. Thank you. It's nice to see you, Sepsis. How are you feeling this morning? Hope everything's going well with you. I'm tired. I'm ready to be home. I'm ready to be back in Florida. That's for sure. That woman was bad. Yes, she was. And not only that, but like everybody, people love to blame me for everything, but I'm sorry. There's nothing that justified that. And quite frankly, like when Adrian was speaking to him before all that, he was actually trying to be nice to the lady. And they were just being just nasty, just absolutely nasty. I would never, ever buy another bit of furniture from Ashley Furniture. Like literally when we were going off on that, like we had hundreds of people in the chat and they were talking about how horrible their experience was. And this was experiences all over the country. This wasn't just here in Pennsylvania. Like we had people that were complaining from Florida on up. And it's like, when you go in the stores, they're pretty, but you don't ever think about that customer service you've got to deal with if something's not right. And I remember when we were speaking to the corporate, they're like, oh, well, the deliveries are third party. It's like, I get that you use third parties, but that's a representation of your company as a whole. And they seemed a little more understanding than that crazy lady in the store. I hope she lost her job, because that right there can get them. I mean, she was ready to hit Marissa over her just asking for a delivery number like that. I've never seen in my life. That was insane. Did you have fun with? Well, I only met Princess once. Like he was when I first got into town. Marissa picked me up from the airport, and we went and picked him up. And yeah, we had. I got some videos. I got some videos. Good morning, Dumplin. Did you stop by Ashley and tell? Did you stop by Ashley and tell your friend goodbye? I don't know who. Official Nikki. That one was bad, like really bad. They both need to be. Well, it was crazy because there was a lady sitting next to her that wasn't really doing anything. She looked like she was like a shipping clerk or something like that. And they looked like they were high out of their freaking mind. And I'm just looking at these chicks like, I just started moving back. What the hell am I supposed to do? I started walking back. Marissa was there and I'm watching her. I'm thinking I'm recording. Lo and behold, my phone's not recording, but thank God Marissa's was. I say she was not. Well, I heard that she ended up coming into Marissa's chat last night or commenting saying that that's not the whole video. We have 2 sections of that video. Like, I'm sorry, lady. Like, you can't complain now. You had no problem flashing your badge and saying, I don't give a GD about my job. I'm happy to lose it. Okay, well, we'll help you with that. We're happy to help you. We're happy to, to make sure that since you hate your job so much that you're not going to have it. Like, that was insane. And I'm just sitting there calm. Like I was just too exhausted. I'm telling you, if I wasn't so exhausted yesterday, that probably could have gone a lot worse. Are you coming? No, Belinda, I'm not going to Texas. I'm going back home. It's time for me to be in my own bed. You guys really got to remember, I just got back I did a 3-state tour. I'm here in Pennsylvania. This is my 4th state in less than 30 days. Like I'm beat. I need my Florida bed. I need my Florida pillow, and I need my Florida sun because I'm sick of freezing my ass off, quite frankly. And then I still have to go to the Alex Murdaugh. I may go back to the Alex Murdaugh case. I may. I mean, since Nancy is there and since Brian's there, I might just go there. So we'll see. Is Nancy still there, or did she just go there for the photo op and take off? I was at least disgusted. I know. That was bad. But I think everybody knows it. Not only that, I tagged every freaking news organization possible in that video. And I still haven't even, I think Marissa may have popped it up on TikTok yet, but it's not popped up on TikTok quite yet. I'll make sure it hits on all cylinders on TikTok. Oh, Daddy has stage 4 cancer. We think he has COVID. No. AG, I'm sorry. We'll say prayers for you. We got a lot of people in here that need prayers. So everybody give prayers to AG and the situation she's got. We got Jennifer that's going into a procedure on her leg. We know everything that Dolly's going through right now. We need to pray for Marissa so she has some furniture to sit on. That chick has no furniture. Oh, she's got furniture. She'll never go without furniture. But damn, that sucked for Adrian. Like, he's tearing that bed apart. He had to tear her big king-size bed apart. And then those yahoos ended up leaving when they had a freaking whole house of furniture to deliver because the bed, it just didn't make any sense. And then he had to go in there and put it all back together so Marissa can sleep last night. That was bad. Oh, no, he told him. That's what the problem was. He told him, if you guys can't deliver it, we've been waiting 4 months. If you guys can't deliver it here today, then we want a full refund. Like, that, I think that's what sparked it off. Like, everybody's trying to say that Marissa's the one that talked to them. No, Marissa didn't talk to them on the phone. I didn't talk to them on the phone. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know they were there. I walk out of the room and Adrian's pulling the bed apart. He's like, didn't you hear the doorbell ring? And I'm like, no, I'm in my room doing a live and I'm deaf in an ear. And no, I didn't hear a doorbell at all. Because you guys know I'm up at like 4 or 5 o'clock every morning. So if somebody was at the door, I would have naturally opened it. But either way, they sat around there to deliver the furniture. And the thing that pissed them off is because Marissa had a doctor's appointment. So they're unloading the furniture. And she's like, dude, you guys got to move out of the driveway. And so they got frustrated because they had to move out of the driveway. And they packed the shit up and, mind you, thousands of dollars of merchandise and take off. So Adrian was hot under the collar. Like, he's in there trying to get this freaking bed done. And they left the door open. Violet's out in the middle of the road. I just happened to hear all this commotion and I walk out. I just ended my live. I walk out and I'm seeing Marissa driving down the road and I'm seeing this moving company loading stuff up into the moving truck. And I'm like, okay. Like, I know they have multiple houses and stuff. So I'm just thinking that they're moving furniture around, taking something from this house over to the other house. I mean, I'm none the wiser. So I go back into my room and next thing I know, I'm sitting there and Adrian is like going off on the, he was, I shouldn't say going up, but he was upset that they just walked out in the middle of February, left his door wide open, and his dog's just out in the road. Like, I would have came unglued. Can you imagine if something happened to Violet? Like, Marissa would probably be in jail for murder. I mean, seriously. Like, I wouldn't worry. If anything happened to Violet, I wouldn't worry about Adrian. I'd be more scared of Marissa. That woman was unhinged. She absolutely was unhinged. Thank God we recorded. Everybody always says stuff, about us recording everything, but we record everything for our protection as well as theirs, right? And this is one thing that I'm glad we were recording. My husband and I went into Ashley, and the salesman we were talking to literally walked away from us and didn't come back. We went to rooms to go down the stairs. I'm not really a fan of these box furniture stores because they got crap employee. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't paint a broad brush like that. But like this lady, like, she clearly didn't care about her job. She clearly said she didn't care about her GD job. So it's like, this is the kind of workforce that we're getting. What do you do? People don't have the grit like we do. Us old folks, man, we take a licking and keep on ticking. These younger folks, they got to have self-care and shit like that. Excuse my language. Like, I don't understand that. I would think you'd more stress when you have 10,000 pounds of paperwork more because you decided to take 2 days off work. They sort of penned Alex there today with the change of clothing. Well, you knew he was going to, and Miss Robin told me last night that they almost opened the door. Apparently the defense kind of screwed up a little bit because a lot of this stuff was out of the they can't bring it in unless they open. It's like, opening Pandora's box, so to speak. So there's stuff that they can't enter into evidence unless the defense says something. And it sounds to me like that they made a mistake yesterday or maybe the day before and kind of open that box to the motive and the financial issues, because those financial crimes can't come into play in his criminal case because they can poison the jury pool. So if the defense accidentally brings that in, it's done. They now can open that up and start discussing that financial aspect of it, financial motives. So I was not watching any of the Alex Murdaugh case yesterday or the day before because we've been working. We were going to the Poconos. We were going over to Morgan Dobbs' house, to cover that case and stuff like that. So I didn't have an opportunity. So I've got 16 hours plus of court review to do on that. But from what Miss Robin says is that sounds like they opened that box. And that's not good. So, but it doesn't matter. I mean, to me, he's guilty of sin. So, I mean, he's innocent until proven guilty, but I don't know. There's a lot of death around that man. That's all I got to say. That's no coincidence. I mean, you got the guy that's the kid that's dating your son, and in the middle of the road in 2015, you got your housekeeper that fell down your own flight of stairs, and apparently he had money on her. And then his wife and son, sorry, that's too much. Never mind the swindling of the $8 million from his clients. The lady should not be working any time. That's what I said. I said she needs to be at like Burger King, but she doesn't even need to be at the counter. She needs to be at the one in the very back. Like you don't. She just had an ego about her. Like I said, we've all had customer service jobs. We've all been yelled at. I mean, well, first of all, we weren't yelling at her. I was talking to her like I was having a conversation with my best friend. I'm like, look, this is kind of what happened. And she's just like she started rolling her eyes and putting her hands up. Like, you just can't talk to me any old way. And I'm like, well, you're correcting me. And I haven't been rude to you one bit. Like, are you kidding me? You guys have seen me on a roll. Like, I was being nice to that lady. Like, if she wanted to see what rudeness was, I could have happily displayed that for her. Good morning, M&M Racing. Nice to see you, love bug. Prayer for everyone needs a day. That's beautiful. Thank you, Robert's girl. Me either. Have no couches. Courtney needs some couches. But you know what? I got that brand new love seat, right? I got the love seat and I got the two recliners. You know what? I don't even go into my living room. Like, I work so much. I'm in my office or I'm in my bedroom. like occasionally I'll go in the kitchen when I feel like making something to eat, but like I literally have that house and I live in half of it. If they took everything in my living room out, I probably wouldn't even notice. Seriously. I'm up early because it's a rough couple days. Family emergency going on. Aw, sorry, Jessa. That kind of sucks. Seems like everybody this part of the year. Usually it's me that's miserable this time of the year. Right after New Year's and stuff like that. But pretty much everything's been going okay. But I'm watching everybody else just really struggle. So I'm sorry, guys. Everybody's been going through some family emergencies. We need to be careful because there's stuff going on. I can't explain, but you guys know I went to Diamond's, I went to Diamond's celebration of life. And, they made some pretty hefty claims. And I don't want to go into it on here because I don't want, YouTube censoring my First Amendment. But that shot, Silk believes that it did her in. So I don't know, I don't know how many other people are in here that are dealing with family emergencies, that their families, I'm just saying, I'm not advocating one way or another. I'm just saying you guys need to be careful and really monitor that because that's a little scary for me. It really is. So just be careful and just be healthy. What's going on with Dolly? His brother died. His crazy ex-girlfriend is trying to get him thrown in jail because he broke up with her. This is some kind of really crazy stuff, to be honest with you. I don't know. He hasn't called. I just send him messages letting him know I'm thinking of him. I'm praying for him and his family, and that's really all I can do. I know if he's not calling me, it's got to be pretty serious because he usually always at least texts me or, messages me back whenever when anything's happening, So this is really serious, guys, and it's really upsetting me because BK's being nasty to him, and it's like, when BK's sister, decided to die from a drug overdose because they're pieces of garbage, we all backed off that man. We gave that man 2 weeks to grieve before we went back to, regular nonsense, the shenanigans of YouTube. And he can't even give Dolly that, I just think he's a garbage. Don't say you got some YouTube ministries on here when you are a piece of garbage. What kind of ministries you got? Like 666 Satan Ministries? Is that what you got there, buddy? Sure looks like it from where I'm sitting. Just saying. Yeah, most definitely she would be pretty mad. Yeah. I like my mom. Yeah, Amy, exactly. I like my mom and pop stores. That's the problem. These chain stores, they're just, and they've kind of put a lot of people out of business because they're buying the crap from here, there, and everywhere. But, maybe I don't know. I don't buy furniture very often because I never sit on it. I change out my bed like once, like my actual mattress, like once every 2 years. That's what I do. But everything else, I don't use. My office chair gets changed out regularly, and my mattress gets changed out regularly. Everything else, like my dining table, my hutch, my furniture, and I'll keep that for 10 years because nobody sits on it. Somebody comes over and sits on it, it's going to be like a freaking brand new couch because nobody ever uses it. You have a GoPro or something? Yes, I got a GoPro. It's in my bag, though. I didn't have to pull it out. Actually, it was kind of funny because I told Marissa, I said, when we were going there and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do or what we're going to say when we get to the store, because, Adrian, he doesn't like getting hung up on. And he damn sure doesn't like, when you're spending thousands of dollars, I don't know. He wasn't a happy camper. So he's like, they're not answering the phones. You ladies are going to have to go up there. And I'm like, oh, shit. Right? The only thing I'm thinking is, you know what? If they talk to Marissa like that, she's going to go off. I don't even want to see this. I'm just like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Marissa, why don't you just let me talk to them, please? Because that lady talked to her. You saw her. Actually, she did pretty good, even after the lady started turning around and started talking to her like that. I'm like, holy moly. I stepped back because I'm ready for Marissa to, that, like, you got to remember the last time I seen her upset was in front of Don Wells's house when BK was coming down. They were that freaking, I'm like, oh, ooh. So she's sitting there in line. I'm like, oh, I'm standing over here. I was like halfway to the door. Sorry guys, I'm gonna mute, but I gotta blow my allergies are kicking here in Pennsylvania. Yesterday, the reason why I looked so tired is because my eyes were burning. Like I was really having a major allergy attack yesterday. I had to go take some allergy medicine. My eyes were burning. The allergy. I'm not used to this cold weather. You'd think I would be. I've been living in the cold for the last 6 months. I'm an esthetician, laser technician, and 20-year-old said she did not get her license to sweat over laser hair removal. Well, honey, when you have a full hairy back, you're gonna sweat. Yeah, no crap. Yeah. But if you're an esthetician, I need some help here. I'm starting to see my wrinkles. Look at that. I've never had those things before. There's little things there and there and there. Never thought I'd be one of those Botox people, but I'm actually entertaining Botox. I don't like aging. Up until YouTube, I was doing pretty good. After YouTube, this wrinkle that was only halfway across it was just right here, just a little one, has now gone straight across, and I'm getting one right there. We need to do something about that. Two-party consent states won't allow to record if anyone has expectation of privacy. Being the public doesn't give an expectation of privacy. Being in the public, yes, it does. If you're in the public, you do not. I'm telling you, I'm a professional. I've been doing this for years. I know the law, Barbara, and that's absolutely incorrect. If you are in a public place, you can record anything you want to, and I don't care if that means kids or not. It might offend people, but that's the law. Inside that store, the only reason why we're allowed to record is one, Marissa was the customer, and two, there was cameras inside that store. So if you can record me, I can record you. That's the law. You can't prevent somebody. Now, if you have signs that say no recording, then they can't be recording you and telling you can't record them. It doesn't work that way. So again, she was more than welcome to pick up the phone and call law enforcement. But I promise you, she probably wasn't going to do that because she was more in violation of the law than we were. So, and I don't think she wanted to have that because clearly she was under the influence of something. Like clearly, you could see it in her eyes. You think Alex was planning to kill his wife and his son and walk into by walking? What did you say, Lisa? Let me just read this. Do you think Alex was planning to kill his wife and son, walked into it by mistake, and he had to take him out too? No, I think this was all pre-planned. If you look at the entire day, I really do think this was concocted. I think this was, whether they knew it or not, he had set in motion. This was already up. To me, this was already planned by him. And I do believe that. This was already planned by him. Is that the airport? Yes, this is the airport. Again, I had to get here early. And finally, there's some people that are waiting here. I don't even remember what time I think my plane boards early. Marissa and her damn dumpling comments. Look at that. I told her thanks for everything. She goes, you too, dumpling. I hope she's watching. Right? I'm gonna kick her ass with that dumpling comment. Dumpling, I think's in here, and I think she should be the only dumpling in here. Good morning, Hinge. Nice to see you. Beauty by KK. You were very calm and had valid points to be concerned. Yeah, it's just but the lady wasn't having it. She was more concerned about how people talked to her, which I was being respectful. She was in the wrong from the very beginning. She thought she was pompous. She thought that she's untouchable and she can treat people like crap. And then if it truly was that those cameras didn't work, it makes you wonder, why aren't they working? Did you guys disconnect them so they can't see how you're treating other customers? They don't want to deal. They want to create problems that they don't want to deal with. Well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to deal with those problems that you created, honey. And you're damn sure going to have to deal with me. And while you're talking about how everybody's talking to you, you talk to me pretty poorly when I was being very respectful to you. So you expect me to have to deal with you talking to me like that, but you don't want anybody talking to you like that. Hmm. I think she needs time off work to think about that. And honey, if you did get fired from your job, the best place I can say is go fill an application out to any restaurant you want, but make sure you're in the cooking station because you do not ever need to be dealing with the public. You do not have the personality, and you're going to be in jail one day. I will tell you that. You will be in jail if you haven't already been, because that attitude and that violence and that failure to be able to properly maintain your anger management, you need help with that. Fascia, whatever your name is, you need help. Okay? When you're, not only that, but you clearly don't like white people. So whatever place you go, maybe you need to make sure that no white people are there, because you're going to have problems the rest of your life with that kind of attitude. And I'll be following, monitoring. I hope you don't post where you're going to be working, because every single place that I find out you're working, that video will be sent to them. Believe that. If there's evil in here, somebody, whoever's on my mod, look up the law. It's not just about telling them to stop. You have to be asked before you film. No, you do not. No, you do not. Listen, I've gone to college for this stuff. You have not. Okay? I don't care what these hate channels say about me, but I've gone to college for this stuff. Literally college. Thousands of dollars in education I have. Why do you think these strategies are built? Why do you keep thinking that everybody under the sun keeps saying we're going to go to jail? We never do. Huh? Well, you know they keep calling law. So why are we still out here? Why? Since you think you know something, explain that to me. Right? We even stayed outside of the house over there at Morgan Dobbs, right? Because the man's like, okay, well, we'll be here for law enforcement. I said, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to tell you there's not a damn thing they can do about it. And guess what happened? There's not a damn thing they can do about it. So keep tooting your own horn, but you just look like an idiot when you come here and say these things that aren't true. You act like you know the law. I'm telling you. I got an AA in paralegal studies, like what? Graduated in the top 2% of my class. Worked for law firms. And I know they want to try to say I was just answering the phone. No, I was preparing those pleadings. I was the senior discovery paralegal. Do you know what discovery is? It's the evidence. You know all the evidence that they're showing in court for Alex Murdaugh? You know how they have that all in order? You know how they have all their notes and stuff? That's because they're a paralegal. That was people like me that did that. We knew more about the cases than the attorneys did. We prepared those cases. You see those booklets that the attorneys are reading? That's their paralegals' work that they put in there to argue their case. That's what paralegals do. Okay? They work with the attorneys. But I can guarantee the majority of that legal strategy is a joint effort, and 90% of it's from their paralegal. So they can keep saying that. I'm telling you, I know the law, and I've proven it time and time again, at least for over the last year. So you can keep talking, but you look like an idiot, and I'll keep calling you out as an idiot. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. If you're in public, okay, I got what you say. Because there's no yeah. But even in that store, you can walk into any store. If there's no posting for no video, you can walk into any store and video. If there's cameras in that store, they can't prevent you, because they can't say we can record you, but you can't record us. It doesn't work like that. No, you're cute. Oh my, Jennifer, don't make me beat you. Don't make me beat you. So Unhinged, they have every right to be there asking questions about Molly and Adrian's paid order. Yeah, paid order. That is the key of this. And it was thousands and thousands of dollars that they paid. And not only was it thousands and thousands of dollars, but they waited 4 months. and these yahoos pull up to their house, make Adrian run around that house like a chicken with his head cut off. And because they had a chip on their shoulder, they decide to load up all their paid merchandise up and drive off with it. If that was me, I would have called law enforcement and told them that they just stole my stuff. Because when you took that out of your truck and put that on their yard, and you picked it up and took it back without their authorization, you just stole their paid merchandise, as far as I'm concerned. And that is exactly how I would have argued it. And I even told Adrian, you might want to call the cops, because as far as I'm concerned, they just stole your shit. So, it's crazy times here. But I got to say, for the most part, we had a good trip. We were able to go over to Brian Koberger's area. We weren't able to go back there in the house. We were able to talk to one of the neighbors. What else did we have? We went over to Morgan Dobbs. And then, like yesterday, I took Marissa out to breakfast after her doctor's appointment, treated her to First Watch. And I was so hungry. Like she was talking about ordering food. I was so freaking hungry. I spent $50 for everybody to have pizza last night because I couldn't wait another minute. Literally when she wouldn't stop with the damn phone. I love Marissa, but sometimes I was like, babe, just put the phone down, like, right? And she wouldn't stop. Meanwhile, she's like, what the hell is that? I'm like, Marissa, that is my stomach growling. Like I gotta have food in my belly and I gotta go to bed. So I ended up just getting pizza, like the simplest thing possible there. It was good pizza too. It was from a place called JoJo's. And I got the margarita. That's like one of my favorite pizzas is the margarita because they have that garlic sauce on it. I'm not really now that I'm getting older and stuff, I kind of get away from the red sauce. It doesn't upset my stomach, but sometimes like she was wanting to order from Pizza Hut. And I'm like, there ain't no way. Pizza Hut, I get like heartburn like crazy. I don't know what it is about their sauce, but it's highly acidy for me. I can't do it. But JoJo's, I had the marguerite pizza. I had a slice of that and the pepperoni, and it was pretty good. Their sauce was a little too light. Like I like a robust sauce. I just don't like an acidy sauce. Now, Fearns, the customer service worker, had been phoned several times and berated and blasted by Adrian and Molly before you guys showed up. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. Because somebody says that that's true doesn't make it so. I can tell you, Adrian had one phone call to them, and he said, hey guys, when he talked to the lady on the phone, he's like, look, I just wanted to tell you what was going on. He goes down the list of things to do, and it wasn't even her he talked to. That lady, he didn't talk to that lady. He talked to that lady that was walking Marissa out. And he's like, this is what's happening. They were here. They left, and he goes, I don't know what's going on. And she was the one lady was very nice to him, and there was no issue. The problem was the lady that we went and saw, when he called her, he's like, look, I called earlier today. She was very nasty to him on the phone on his second call. Everything was fine. So no, Unhinged, first of all, you were not there, and you can make up all the lies that you want to make up, but it doesn't make it true. It just doesn't. So you can say whatever you want, because I guarantee, why don't you produce that phone call and show your receipts to corroborate that he blasted her? Because I was there, and I'm telling you, he didn't. The only time he raised his voice the entire time was when he talked to the delivery people, and he screamed at them for leaving the freaking door open in February. Now, mind you, it was 30 degrees outside, 30 degrees. His freaking front door was wide open for God knows how long, and his dog was out in the middle of the road and could have been hit by a car. I'm sorry. Yes, he raised his voice to the delivery people one time, and it was warranted as far as I'm concerned. But as far as speaking to the people in that store, he spoke to those people in that store with respect. That lady, the way she treated us was exactly how she was treating him on the phone. And he tried to keep his cool. And then he said, look, he's like, look, ma'am, you're not under, and she hung up on him. So Unhinged, you better get your facts straight, because I hate liars, and I hate people that act like they know what they're talking about when they don't. What you are stating is a complete and utter lie, fabrication, misrepresentation, misinformation is that statement right there. All right? So get it together. But you were wrong. And I really don't care whether you believe me or not, but I was there, you were not. And you've seen how calm we were. So why are we that calm there, but we're just going to be crazy on the phone? You guys have seen us go crazy on our own cameras. Now, no. So why would you think that we were showing them, we were overly being nice to them to make sure that there was no misunderstandings, no complications, and that's the way it had been since we left the house. And I'm telling you, I heard Adrian speak to them. I was just in the room over. I heard the entire conversation. He did not deserve to be treated like that. She didn't deserve to be treated like that, and I damn sure didn't deserve to be treated like that. So get your shit together. You're wrong. I bet you they turn the cameras off in there because they don't tell on their rack itself. Yeah. And you know what? They're probably stealing stuff because that I'm telling you, those people didn't look right. There's a reason why those cameras were off. That's all I'm going to say. There's a reason why those cameras were off in that store, if they were. I think she was lying to us. She was trying to say that she doesn't have to be recorded. Listen, you don't want to look like a fool, and don't act like a fool. I hope she lost her job, and I'll sleep just fine. Because when somebody's talking like that, if you think you have a right to put your hands on somebody because you don't like the way they're talking or don't like what's coming out of your mouth, their mouth, you don't need to be in that kind of job. You need to be in jail or in therapy. Maybe the unhinged woman in the store is bitter over not being the salesperson who got the commission. Hey, you know what? That actually could very well be. Yeah, there's no racist comments in this chat. You will be banned. That's one thing we will not allow. So go ahead and whoever's in here, ban who, if that's just not acceptable in this day and age. It's just not going to be acceptable on here either. So, hey, Rapper Jay, nice to see you. I hope you've talked to Dolly. I hope you're okay. I know you guys are tight, even though you guys aren't tight. You guys are tight sometimes and not tight at the other time, so I don't know. Northeast Vista is the best. I don't see anyone being racist in the chat. Okay, good. Well, just to let you know, that's unacceptable. That's one thing. I will never unban you if you say stuff like that. That is, you'll be banned for life. Pizza Hut kills my stomach. Yeah, it does. It's something about the sauce. It's the sauce. It's not the bread. It's not the pepperoni. It's the sauce they use. It just doesn't agree with me. Their language and behavior was very low class. Yeah, and there's no excuse for that kind of behavior. Even if, think about it. How many times, there's a lot of people that are in my chat right now that have customer service. Think about how many times you've had to be screamed at in your face. Now, mind you, thank God we weren't like that. I mean, it could have went that way because I'm telling you, if I wasn't so exhausted and she came at me like that, she would have been put on blast real quick. Like I would have been out in that front yard. I mean, we would have, trust me, I would have kicked up. There would have been literally every news organization out there if I really wanted to do something. And you know that's possible, and you know I could do it. So trust me, we were being ultra kind and ultra well behaved because there was thousands of dollars on the line. Oh, thank you, Dottie. That's so sweet. I love margarita pizza. I know, it's the best. And this one had the big chunks of the mozzarella and the nice sliced. Oh, and they had a good garlic sauce as like the base. Oh my God, it was so good. I could only eat one piece. My pizza slices were $25 a piece. Just joking. But it was worth every bit. It was worth every bit, and I enjoyed it. And you know what? In all fairness, I got to go to bed. I was in bed by like 7:30 last night. I really was. I answered a couple of snarky comments on Marissa's page, which, you know what? At the end of the day, I really don't care what people say. As well as telling Marissa. Marissa's like, oh, you should have heard this. I'm like, why do you engage in that? I said, I don't do that. Like, you can do that all day long. I don't engage in that. Like, I won't. I said, why am I going to lower myself to talk to a hater? I'm not doing it. They can stay in the gutter. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. And I said, not only that, but my audience, you believe me or you don't believe me. I'm not going to convince you. I don't have to. And, at the end of the day, if I say it, it's my perspective regardless. Somebody may have a different perspective. I don't lie to my audience. I'm not going to sit here and pander to the haters. I'm not going to do that. It's not happening. But, she said, oh, well, they say this, so I got to prove it. Why? That's in your head. I don't prove shit. I tell them to go F off. That's what I do. I don't care. Period. Comment was deleted after a person was black, which is, yeah, it doesn't matter what color they are. Thank you. I saw that email. Thank you. I don't see race. Well, it's somebody was asking what color they were, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, a piece of shit's a piece of shit. How many times you flip the coin. Doesn't matter what color their skin is. And quite frankly, I really could care less. I'll treat anybody the way they treat me. That's just all there is to it. Adrian is not the raise his voice type unless it is warranted. Oh, I know. But I mean, that door being left open and that dog being out in the road, he was hot under the collar. And, I was like, because I always heard he was a pushover. So when I heard him, nip at that guy, I'm like, oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Oh, yeah, I can absolutely say whatever I want on here. You don't like it? Leave. Until another day. Oh, and then I wanted to address something else. So we've been hearing, and maybe she's wanting me to give her a plug on my channel. She'll never get a plug because she's garbage. She's a mule. She's a drug mule. And she's been arrested and had to serve time for it. So she, on her channel, was trying to say that she called the store where we were there. First of all, she is a liar. She is a grifter because she's swindling her. She's lying. She's doing pedal swindling of her own audience. That's a grifter. So they're pointing the finger over here so you don't look over there. But listen to this. She sits there and tells her audience that she calls the store while we're there to try to have us arrested. And I'm like, no, she didn't. How could she possibly know which store we were going to when we didn't even know we were going? This was all like when they hung up on Adrian, that's when we decided to go. Nobody even knew we were there until we got back to Marissa's house and went live. So she did not call while we were there. And as a matter of fact, nobody even answered their freaking phones the entire time we were there. The phones just kept ringing in the background. So she is a liar. And whoever believed her is an idiot because she's just trying to get clout off something, one, she did not do, and two, she's a liar. Like, seriously, this was not a planned excursion. So explain to me how some woman in a different state knew where we were going and where we were going to be before we even knew. Doesn't make sense, does it? And you guys know who I'm talking about if you guys watch him. I hope you guys don't watch her because she's a hate channel. And quite frankly, she was in prison for running drugs. And people are getting their information from a drug mule. Like, great job, guys. Great job. I appreciate it, Unhinged, but I just want, I got to correct some things. But I'm telling you, I never, like the lady was trying to act like I spoke to her. First of all, this is my first time addressing you, and I trust you with nothing but respect. She never spoke to me on the phone. And, that was my first time. And the only reason why, because I was worried about Marissa. And not only there, but Marissa wasn't there. She had to go to the doctor's appointment. She didn't know anything. From the time she left that house to the time she got back, she didn't know anything. It was me. Adrian didn't go up there with us. So the only person that could really answer and field those questions and stuff about what happened was me. And by the way, I had all of Marissa's support and love to do that. It's not like I just overstepped my boundaries. I mean, I did not have to go to that store. I was invited to that store by Marissa and Adrian, quite frankly. Is Dolly okay? Court, I don't think he's okay. I really don't. And here's why. Because you guys know that him and I communicate regularly. And as soon as I heard about his brother, I reached out to him on Messenger as well as texting him. And I have not heard one word from him at all. Like, he hasn't wrote me back by text. He hasn't wrote me back in Messenger. He hasn't, nothing. So it's got to be pretty bad. It's got to be pretty bad. Elise Sharon says, I don't care if Molly's husband and Molly both called 15 times and berated her, belittled her, or whatever. She is representing the company and needs to act as such. Absolutely. Well, the first words out of her mouth, like even when I was talking to her, she was just like, listen, let me tell you something. I really could care less about this BD job. It's like, I started laughing. Like I was shocked that she's saying that in front of other employees. Well, then let me help you. Let me take this chip off your shoulder, lady. Let me help you with that. Since you don't like it, why are you even here? Why'd you even show up today if you don't care? Because everybody talks their madness, right? But you know damn well she's got bills that she's probably going to be looking and saying, maybe I shouldn't have done that. We all have to have those life experiences. She's getting hers. Yeah, I know. That's why I put sugar and stuff in mine. People don't realize how much sugar's in red sauce. It's ridiculous because I make homemade sauce. If you guys have never had, it's so funny. So I have a real Italian friend that makes real Italian marinara and sauce. I'm Irish. So he's like, I'm like, look, I said, try it. Just try it. So he actually tried my sauce. He's like, this is an Italian sauce. I'm like, I'm not Italian. It's Andrew sauce. It's not Italian sauce. And he tasted it. He's like, that's not bad sauce. Like, okay, now that I pass, may not be Italian sauce, but it's good sauce. It was their incompetence. Yeah. And not only that, but this other lady's in there like, oh, so you guys can deliver my furniture tomorrow? And I'm looking over and I'm like, good luck on that, babe. If you get your furniture tomorrow, I'd be looking all over it and making sure that it's not damaged. I will never buy from Ashley's Furniture again, ever. I hope they don't sponsor on my channel. I control advertisements on, but just know if there's an Ashley Furniture advertisement on my channel, take a video of it so I can slam the advertisement. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this because you said utter, and I got to tell you this story. So when we were with Princess, right? We were at this one place. Well, outside this place was like this, which was a really odd thing because it was a bull, but it had udders. I just realized that as I'm saying. So anyways, Princess is being funny, and he's like, ooh, udders. It's on his, this is getting gross, but it's hilarious, and I will have to show the video. So he gets on his knees, and he's like, trying to take that picture where he's like, and I said, I am utterly ashamed of you. And he's like, what did I do? And he's like, I got it. I started laughing. And so you said an utter embarrassment. And it just brought me back to that skit we did. If I was asked to leave the store, I would do so. But that's just me. Yeah, but you're not, I bet you if you had $10,000 wrapped up in a bunch of furniture that you paid for, it'll probably be a little harder for you to leave that store, is all I'm saying. We're not talking about, a little mattress that cost, $900. We're talking about thousands of dollars in furniture that they are on the hook for, that they're out of money for. And if you'd like to, if that's the case, why don't you send me a $10,000 check and I'll hold it. And when you want it back and you come screaming at my house, I'll tell you to please leave. We'll see if you leave. Okay. So we're talking about big money here. And I doubt that you have, I'm telling you, I don't have $10,000 laying around. Right. And if somebody took my $10,000, I'm not sure if I'd be leaving just like that. And not only that, but she had no right to tell him. I mean, we're asking questions, legit questions about merchandise that was bought and paid for. So I'm sure this is you sitting on the other side of a keyboard. However, it probably wouldn't be what you would do if you were sitting in that store and you were out 10 grand. I mean, just think of it like that. You'd want to know where your $10,000 are or where your furniture is. I'm sorry. And it's not like Marissa was being unreasonable. She wanted the delivery number to call them to find out where her furniture was. I don't think she was being unreasonable. And I don't care. Because as far as I'm concerned, that lady was out of line, and that was borderline theft, grand theft.
Attention in the terminal. TSA regulations require that baggage and personal items must be supervised at all times. Any unattended items are subject to confiscation. Thank you for
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she is or not, but she should have controlled herself. The evil mind doesn't. The evil mind does no light. The evil mind does no light, so it do not give those with evil minds and comments. Yeah. They must be reading my mind. What does it say? These PO craft are ridiculous and spend too much energy hating you guys. It really don't let it anger you. I look at it like this. They're still complaining about the stuff they complained about over a year ago. And they keep coming to me saying, what have I done? I've done a lot. And not only that, I'm still not on the same stuff. Can you imagine being their audience and listening to the same stuff over and 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 over again, every day, day in and day out? Can you imagine? That's so boring to me. Like these are like little ants that are just going in and out of the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like they accomplish literally nothing. So every time they ask me what I'm accomplishing, I'd ask them the same thing. Why are you over here asking me that? I just came back from 4 states. What have you done? I just advocated for children. What have you done? I just put up flyers and a banner. What have you done? I just donated hundreds of dollars for victims of the hurricane. What have you done? Oh, they're still complaining about the same stuff. Got it. Great job. Yeah, absolutely. I am always. It's your protection. Why do you think that the phones? I mean, even in schools and stuff like that. Think about how many times it's gotten a kid out of trouble because they were recording their teacher after being harassed or something like that, right? So yeah, I'm sorry. I absolutely believe 100% in recording. It protects them. It protects you, and you got to think of yourself. If somebody doesn't want to be recorded, why? I mean, I'm here in the freaking I'm here in the airport terminal, and guess what I'm looking at? Like I literally have cameras everywhere. Literally everywhere. Look at this. Like you can't go nowhere without cameras. Look at that. Right there. So if they can monitor my every move, bet your ass I'm monitoring yours. That's how we roll. It's good for the goose and it's good for the gander, you know? That's how I believe. I think I ran everybody out of here because they don't want to be on live. That's okay. What did it say? Alex confronted on June 7th about nearly 800,000 for. Yeah, but even the law firm thought it was 800,000. Like it was over $8 million freaking dollars and more. And that's what they could find. Trust me, that law firm was very, very wealthy. They have not a clue. I bet you it was so much more than $8 million. And I think you met 8 million. I'm not sure, or if you met 800,000, but it was over $8 million. I guarantee, with him being in the law firm and doing this for so many years, I wouldn't be surprised if they went back 20 years. You're looking at $50 million that he extorted from that law firm. But they can only go back for so long, and that's bad. My question is how, do you have checks and balances in place in law firms to keep this from happening? I don't understand how he did this. So, wow, I'm the lone survivor here in the airport. What time is my, let me see what time my everything leaves here. I'm not even boarding for another 2 hours. You guys are going to be with me for a little while. But until then, I'm going to let you guys just sit and chill just for a second. I'm going to go and use the little girl's room. So, oh, God, my nose. I can't get my nose to stop running. My allergies are so bad. At least my eyes aren't burning anymore. My eyes yesterday were burning so bad. That's always the telltale sign that I'm having an allergy attack. I mean, it's not an allergy attack to the extent that I can't breathe or I need a nebulizer or something like that. But my eyes start burning. They start watering. And it just really, and then like the sinus headache starts coming. She probably talks like that to everyone in her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're trigger happy. Am I blocked? You're not blocked. I mean, should you be? When people come in here and ask that question, it makes me wonder, why would you think you're blocked on the Bullhorn Betty channel? And if you think you're blocked on the Bullhorn Betty channel, usually it means that you don't like me. So should we block you? Sorry. It's a legit question. It's a legit question. My ears are plugged up with allergies. They're horrible. I get allergies occasionally in Florida, but it's usually, it's always after I mow my grass. It's always after I mow my grass. I get really congested, or somebody else mows my grass. But usually I really get congested when I mow my own grass because all that stuff is just up in the air. But it's usually oak pollen that gets me, ragweed that gets me, but I don't know what it here in Pennsylvania, but it got me because she's out like, it almost looks like, it looks like the area in Rogersville, Tennessee, the wooded with the little bit of mountains and stuff like that. But for the most part, there's just a lot of trees and a lot of stuff out there. And I'm thinking that there's a pollen, like even my eyes were swollen. You can see these are not bags. This is not all bags. This right here is from the eyes being swollen and then the swelling going down. And my eyes were poofy. I mean, I had a bad allergy attack last night, and it was from the environment, not so. Anyways, guys, you guys just sit here just for a second. I'll be right back. I just got to run over to the little girl's room. So. I literally think I'm like the only person in the airport right now. This is a small airport, and there's like nobody here. So I walked around the corner because they always say, if you leave your bag or anything, everything has to be attended to here and stuff like that. So I walked around the corner and there was an employee, and I'm like, I'm just leaving my bag here for a second. I just got to go to the restroom. She's like, oh, you're okay. And I'm looking around and like literally, there's nobody here. Nobody. I'm telling you what. Yeah, her name was Facia. It was. If I had to go by my, this is, I think, the proper spelling, and I heard it was McFadden, because she decided to come on and try to say, oh, that wasn't the full video, honey. Yes, it was. You can lie all day long, but nobody's going to believe you because you have an attitude. It's not everybody else. It's just you, babe. And I would definitely consider some anger management, seriously. And I say that in all respect, because she never talked to me. She's so worried about how everybody's talking to her. But look, she's trying to say she never talked to me before. So she's yelling at me because somebody else talked to her bad, but she wouldn't have appreciated that if it was her. So you can treat people like that, but you don't want people treating you like that. That seems a little hypocritical, lady. No, I'm not editing that out unhinged. She was racist. Absolutely racist. She should not be around white people. She does not like white people. She was very adamant about how her disdain for white people. So no, that is a legit, and I stand behind that 100%. That is not a racist comment from me. She was being racist to us. Racism goes both ways, not just one, folks. Let's just be honest. That woman should not be around white people. She does not like them. She's going to hurt somebody one day, and it's going to be a white person. That is a true, legit statement from me, and it's legit. I'm not saying that in disrespect. You never hear me say that about anybody. I've never ran across somebody that had such disdain for white people before. I mean, we're in 2023, but no, that's an absolute 100% statement. I stand behind that 100%, and no, I will not edit it out, ever. So, yeah, I'm tired. It's okay to be racist to whites, but yeah, and I've seen it like with Asian people before. I've seen it with other ethnicities, not toward necessarily white people, but I have seen it. I've experienced it, and I denounce it then. I mean, there was a time when you guys have seen a video of me triggered, where I was with a group of people, and it was a triggering video. And we were told that he would say white powder, and that's not what he said. And so I got caught up in this whole twisted thing because we were trying to trigger somebody that was a major fail. I've never spoken to that person since, nor will I, because that wasn't what was agreed to. And it was a triggering thing. It was kind of a mocking type of video that I had gotten caught up into. But either way, if I probably wasn't intoxicated, I probably would never have agreed to it to begin with. So that was all my bad. I have to own that. But what I can say is I've never spoken to the people. Well, I've spoken to one of the people, but not that person again. But you know what? I got creamed for an accident, for a mistake, for somebody else's conduct. But this lady, it's okay for her to do that and have no repercussions. But me, it's no. Nope. Oh, you didn't hear? What is a Karen? What is a Karen? When people refer to somebody as a Karen, what is that? A middle-aged white woman, right? That really is what she was implying. And what did she say? I hate you, Karens. So you hate middle-aged white women. That is what she said. That is a racist comment. Now, if I would have said something like, and I got to be careful because, they're going to clip channels are going to clip portions of this. But if I would have said, I hate middle-aged black women, right? It would be all over the internet as me being a racist. So why is it okay for her to make racist comments, but not for anybody else? What's good for the goose and all, you know? I would never do that because I don't paint broad brushes like that. But that was just an example. And it's still going to be clipped. And I really don't care. But you guys, anybody can come over here and watch this video and realize that I did not say that. That was an example of what I was trying to imply. It doesn't. People make it. People, and I never understood it. First of all, first and foremost, everybody has equal opportunity in this country. If you want to complain that you're disadvantaged, then complain about it. But it's not going to fix it. I know that there are a lot of people that don't mimic my skin color that have a hell of a lot more than I do. And if that doesn't show that if you work hard for it, you can accomplish a lot, I don't know what does. So I'm done with the conversation. I'm done with people bitching. I treat people with dignity, not pity. And I will continue to do so. And I will continue to treat everybody equally. If you piss me off, trust me, I'm going to piss in your Cheerios too, right? I don't care what color you are. You can be pink with green polka dots. It doesn't matter. I treat you how you treat me. You treat me with respect, you get treated with respect. You treat me like a dog, I'm going to treat you like a dog. That's how we roll. I was being nice to the lady. That's all I can say. It could have went a lot differently. If I wasn't so tired, it would have went a lot differently. Right, everything is a Karen. That is not the definition of Karen. Definition of Karen is a middle-aged white woman that needs to speak to the manager. Right? Not a middle-aged woman that needs to speak to a manager, a middle-aged white woman that needs to speak to the manager. Okay? That's a racist comment. Asian equals and Yolanda's. Exactly. Thank you. I was thinking of what was that? Bringing Down the House. I was thinking about Bringing Down the House, where Steve Martin's ex-wife's sister and Queen Latifah, and she's like, the whole bathroom fight where that chick and Queen Latifah are in the bathroom and they're just going at it, and then she ends up flipping that girl upside down on a hook and walks out and says, I don't want to ever have this conversation again. That's my girl. I love Queen Latifah. But it's funny that you said that because I was thinking of that visual in my head as we're walking out the store, and I'm thinking, I don't know who would have won. Would it have been Marissa? Or would it have been this chick? Marissa was standing right there. She's like, no. She's just being calm. No, I just want a number. This guy got in front of me, All right. I'm just sitting. I was thinking I was sitting in back because I was wanting the preview of everything. I didn't realize my camera wasn't working. So I was making sure I got Marissa and the lady in case anything went off. And then come to find out, my camera wasn't even. I'm glad Marissa's was. If both our cameras would have been down, it would have been SOL. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So either way, she made a racist comment. Good morning all. We almost have 600 people in this chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Here's the definition of a Karen straight from Google. Okay, but the definition wasn't attached. At least I don't see. Steffers, if you did attach it, reattach it. Do I have it on slow chat? Is that why you can't? But I want to see what the definition is. Hold on. Definition of Karen. It's not telling me. the definition of? Oh, slang term. Here it is. Slang term. Karen is a slang term for a white woman to perceived as entitled or damaged beyond the scope of what is normal. So if that wasn't a racist comment, I don't know what is. Yeah. He was security. Where was the store manager or dude? That chick said she was the store manager or the supervisor. I'm like, whoa. Karen is just like, yeah, thank you, Steffers. Yeah, there it is. Beyond the scope of what is normal. Well, I hate to tell you, she was damaged beyond the scope of what is normal. You can't make that shit up. My lips are just peeling right now. They're so dry. Literally peeling. Off my ass, I missed that part. I know, right? And I'm just thinking, they don't even know. Like they got us on our best behavior. And that's what I kept trying to tell people. Like this whole situation. I mean, Marissa, Adrian, myself, we were all on our best behavior. And the reason why is because there was so much money attached to this. You know, we wanted to make sure we dotted the I's and crossed the T's. I mean, there was not, she was the only one being nasty. And she can come out here and try to act like it was our fault. No, that was all her. She did this all to herself. You're talking to people, you're talking down to people that are trying to be nice to you and resolve a situation. And you are too egotistical and too pompous to take a clue and realize that, hey, we just need some answers here. You're talking about a lot of money and a lot of furniture. And people are saying that you are the one that's going to be able to help us. And you're too busy talking about how nasty people have been to you. Well, it wasn't me, baby. I have not spoken to you. This is my first time. And quite frankly, you're being very rude to me. So how is it okay for you to be rude to somebody by and telling them that you don't want them to be rude to you? Like, you are a fucking idiot. Excuse my language.
You need to have one in the back.
That is a lie. That is an absolute lie. We'll call her QB. Don't ever use her name in this chat because she doesn't deserve the plug. That is a lie. She is a grifter because here is where she pettily swindles her own audience. How can she call a store while we're there when we had no clue we were going there? We had no idea we were going to be in that store that day. That literally happened 15 minutes before we showed up to the store. She is a liar. Those people never answered the phone. Go back and watch the video. Nobody answered the phone the entire time we were at that store. Go back and watch. She is a liar. And you know what? You guys can tell her that. She's a drug mule. Okay? She is a criminal. I don't listen to criminals, nor do I believe them. She's a nasty, nasty woman that lies to her audience for clout, for clicks and views, because she's too busy trying to say that we're doing what she's doing. I got to work in this freezing cold weather in PA. Oh, I'm telling you, yesterday I was freezing. I was not prepared for yesterday's weather, I can tell you that. It went straight through my jeans. I'm like, Marissa, get me in this car. Get me in this car. Like, I'm freezing. I couldn't listen to her about Quentin Simon. Yeah, she's an idiot. She's an idiot. Okay, guys, listen to me. There's certain people out there that you want to listen to, and there's certain people out there you don't want to listen to. And that would be one of those channels. That's the reason why she does not growing is because she does not have good content and she doesn't know what she's talking about. And she lies to her audience. The worst thing you can do on YouTube is lie to your audience. But I behoove anybody that sits there and thinks that she called that store, go back to that video. Nobody answered the phone the entire time we were there. If they answered their damn phone, we wouldn't have been there. And there is no way, unless she's got superhuman power, There is no way she would have known that we were at that store because there's like 4 or 5 stores there. 4 or 5 different Ashley stores in and around that area, right? We had a hard time even locating the store that we needed to go to. We had to use the telephone number that Adrian was calling to locate the store we needed to go to. So unless she's got this ESP, unless she's got a crystal effing ball, there is no way that this woman knew, one, which store we were at or where when we didn't even know. Give me a break. Good morning. Check your email and Instagram when you get a chance. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Give me just a second. I'll check it. I just hit, hold on a second. I just hit 2. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Okay. I gotta remember where I'm going. Okay. Oh, wow. I haven't been down here in a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh, my aunt lives in, okay. Target is the closer to you, or like, oh, yes, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, and then we got, oh, thank you, Love Bug. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it says it'll be ready today. Okay, so I should be back. Oh, I got that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. So Jennifer reached out to me. Oh, she's so sweet. She is sweet. She's going through. She's got, and we'll pray for Jennifer too. I don't want to give your personal business out there, but she's got some upcoming procedures, so we'll leave it at that. But thank you. And so she reaches out to me and she's like, "What on your wish list can I buy?" And I'm like, there's like 1,000 things on the wish list, but you know what I need more than anything is that we print off a lot of people don't realize how much how many flyers we print off and even mail to places so they can put them up. I know people, we don't advocate, we don't broadcast that, but I print off flyers, and when there's a missing person, I'll put a big package together, a big box, and send some flyers off to certain areas so the families and stuff can post, even if I can't cover their case. Even if I can't get out there, I do send off these flyers, these packages of flyers, just to help them because sometimes it can be expensive. So she asked me, what could she get me? I said, honestly, really all I need right now is paper, is computer paper and ink, because that's really what costs me the most. Like I've got the computer, running and streaming. It really doesn't cost me anything. We've got, all of the necessities that we need to run the thing, but God bless you. And so she was gracious enough to provide the channel some much needed paper for our flyers. So we're going to be picking that up. So God bless you. Thank you for your donation and your assistance in that. But you know what? And at the end of the day, think about all these other creators. If they were asked, what do you really need? They're going to be saying, oh, I need this or I need that. When people ask me what I need, I tell them the true needs for me, and it might be as simple as a $2.50 ream of paper, right? So I do appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you for that, and I'll check the email soon. And I did get your number. Thank you, Wild Cherry. You're so sweet. You're so sweet, and I definitely will give you a call. Oh, I just emailed Asher Furniture and attached the good page. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. And not only that, but the first thing out of her mouth to a customer is, I don't give a GD about this job. I'm just, and she says that in front of other employees. Okay. Well, since you don't care about it, let me help you out with it. There's always repercussions to your acts, to your mistakes. And let me tell you, next time, I bet you she's going to be treating one of those white women a lot better. Just saying. Ugh, I know. I had a headache all day yesterday, but it was a sinus headache from the allergies. I'm having such bad allergies. And like I said, like even all this, my eyes were swollen. Like by the time I eat the pizza, my eyes were so swollen and so red that I just had to go lay down. I couldn't take anymore. I was done with the day. Allergies are horrid. Yes. especially me. I don't really get a whole lot of allergies. I get, seasonal allergies once a year, but I also haven't been like, even last year, this time last year, we were on like the West Coast. We were in Utah and Wyoming and things like that. So the mountain air, even though it was cold, it didn't really give me a whole lot of allergies. But being around all this woods and trees and I didn't realize I had allergies like I did. Well, people are starting to show up a little bit. I wish it wasn't so damn early. Like I almost want to have a steak and something good. Ugh, I need, and of course my allergy pills right now are in my freaking luggage. That's been checked, so I can't even take an allergy pill right now.
Attention in the terminal. TSA regulations require that baggage and personal items must be supervised.
Baggage and personal items must be supervised. Don't be confiscating my stuff, lady. Don't be confiscating my stuff. I have asthma that's triggered by stress environments. Well, I didn't really have a whole lot of stress, buddy. Dolly needs you. He's very upset, and you need to go to what? If he needs me, he knows my phone number. He knows how to get a hold of me. I will be. The problem here is I've got some stuff going on, me personally, that I have an engagement around the time that he's dealing with all this. So let me tell you, if Dolly needs me, I'm only a phone call away. He can call me literally. Oh, Robert's girl Benadryl will put me out. That is I can't do Benadryl. I can do Benadryl at night. I can't do Benadryl during the day. But Charmin, I don't know who you are. I've never heard your name in my chat before. But I can tell you that he has every single number imaginable, and I am his friend. And if he needs me, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I have not heard from him since his brother died. I spoke to him the day before, and that's the last time I've had an opportunity to speak with him. And I didn't even speak to him on the phone. I only spoke to him by text, and because it was the Turtle Island stuff, and I just said, thank you for sticking up for me. And he said, of course I'd be sticking up for you. And so that's the last conversation I had until I found out his brother died. And I got a call, a message from one of my subs in here that said, "Is it true that Dolly's brother just died?" And I'm like, I was with Marissa, and I'm like, holy crap! I've never had a message like this before. So I reach out to Dolly. Dolly, I just got a weird message that something happened to your brother, and I didn't get a response back. And so somebody else just said, oh my God, Dolly just made this post on his Facebook or his community tab. Or maybe it was his Facebook. I can't remember which. And I'm like, it was his Facebook. And I'm like, oh crap. So I went over there and I looked at it, and Marissa's like, oh my gosh, it has to be true. And I'm like, yeah. And then I was unclear because, some people like me, I have friends that are family to me. So I'm like, maybe it's not his real brother. And then I'm reading and I'm like, oh my God, it's his real brother. And so I reach out to him and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. Please let me know if I can do. He has not wrote me. He hasn't said thank you for the message. And I'm not, in his time of need, I don't really care if he responds to me, but I just want to let him know that I'm here, and however I can help him, I'm happy to help him. I'm on your channel all the time. We've talked on the phone. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Charmin. I just don't remember. Then I don't know. But either way, he's got every number imaginable to get a hold of me. If he needs me, I would drop everything I'm doing as a friend. And that's what we do for our friends. But he hasn't called me. I know he's got a lot of family. He is one of many siblings. So I know he's dealing with a lot right now. And he knows I'm here if he ever needs me. He's more than welcome to pick up the phone, but I don't invite myself. If he needs me there, all he has to do is say, I need you here. I'd be there like that. May I ask why my comments are deleted about 12 definitions of Karen? I don't know. Maybe it's triggering somebody. I don't know, to be honest with you. Allergic to Benadryl. That's definitely troubling. I'm not allergic to Benadryl. It just knocks me out. It's because it's a downer. It puts me to sleep. It's not a non-drowsy, it's a drowsy type of allergy pill. I need non-drowsy. So I have to do like Claritin, Zyrtec, things of that nature that are non-drowsy. Oh my God, is there anything? Clear that up. Oh, I thought when he sees his shadow, it was opposite. Okay, vitamin. Wait, to hear from my victim's advocate, can I ask a question you might know the answer to? Just Samantha, I don't know what you're saying. I mean, I'm trying to read these comments. Oh, I've been dealing with a very sick dog. Aw. Well, we're sorry about your doggy. Hopefully, Deli is tough. He will get through this with love and support. He's getting, yeah. But you know what the problem is this whole thing with these chicks, man. This ex-girlfriend, like, I'm ready to, once she is done with all this and he walks away from it, she's going to have a hell of a time. When she's got nothing left hanging over that man's head, she's going to have a hell of a time. Let me tell you, because once she's done with her shenanigans, I'm going to start my shenanigans. Because what you put that man through is disgusting, you desperate piece of crap. So, anyways, guys, for people sitting in here, I'm going to give you guys just a few moments. We'll get back to this. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, and I will be right back. I'm having some issues. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, Donna, thank you for becoming the newest member. May I ask why my comments was to, oh yeah, I already read that. Thank you, what bug? All right, guys, so there's more people showing up here in the airport. So now that I'm not alone, I'm going to go ahead and probably, we've been on for about an hour and a half anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and pack up and just chill. I'm probably going to go find some place to eat something now that it's a little sooner. What time is it? It's almost 8. So I'll be on the, what time is my plane? Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. I might be on here for just a little bit longer. So yeah, I got about an hour before I got to load up on the plane. So now would probably be a good time for me to go get some breakfast somewhere. But anyways, guys, I love you guys. I should be back in the office later this afternoon, so I'll pop in here and chat with you guys, and we'll have a discussion. I'm going to try to listen to as much of the Alex Murdaugh trial as I can, and we'll go from there. But I'm tired. So I might go home and take a nap before I go live. I don't know. We'll see. But just keep Dolly and everybody else that are struggling right now in your prayers. And Dolly's got a lot of stuff going on other than just his brother, so we got to remember to keep everything going on with him in in our prayers. So we'll talk to you guys soon. I love you guys. God bless. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Good day and be safe.